So in celebration of 50 years, I figured I would do my own video, even though I know it's just going to reach deaf ears. Everybody, when it comes down to, when push comes to shove, becomes a coincidence theorist. So let me give you some more coincidences to roll around and do whatever you want with. But here you have Donald Deke Slayton. Just drop the L on that guy. So here you have a coincidence for your theories. There's a coincidence for your theories. All right. And here's some coincidences. All right. So you've got Pope Benedict the asshole. Pretty sure you know who this piece of shit is. All right. Who I don't know. Whatever. Piece of shit. Okay. All right. It doesn't matter. So NASA makes it to the moon on this in 1969. Okay, in 1969, they made it to the moon on this. Okay. In 1969, this was the interior of SS. Whatever. I typed in 1969 SS interior. All right, so I don't know if this is an Impala. I don't know if this is a friggin' El Camino. I don't know. I don't care. All right, it's not a Mercedes. It doesn't matter. This is the interior. All right, so apples to apples. This is a 2019 Mercedes something or other. It's just a coincidence for your bag of coincidences in your for all the theories that you got to go along with them. All right, here we are in 2019. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty technologically advanced. All right, I don't know what it is. I don't care. 5G is on regardless. They don't care what the potential health ramifications are of 5G. But it's on, and we got it. 2019, baby. All right? Here you got a nice flat farmland with some pretty cool farm equipment. You know, I don't know what's going on the left. Maybe they're trying to show you old stuff versus the new stuff. I don't really know, okay? But it just looked flat, so I figured I don't know what this is. Okay, but this guy's got some kind of fucking tail technology. Okay, I don't know what it does. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Okay, because in 1969, you believe we made it to the fucking moon on that. I mean, maybe there was some other stuff that helped it get there. Whatever, dude. I mean, really? What are we looking at? I'm speechless. All right. You know, speaking of technological advances, I don't know if this is one of them, but I think it's pretty nifty anyways. And for whatever reason, I typed in technological advances of 2019. And here, Mr. Williams is one of them. So, considering it's a man destroying women in a game, that men do play, I don't know if that's a technological advance. I just thought I'd throw it in there for good measure. And I'm going to end the video, if you can call it that, with a clip of a NASA astronaut explaining something out of his own mouth that you may not know. Just another coincidence to throw in your bag of theories. Bye-bye. Oh, Not bye-bye. 2019. What is this? What is this? This is a thing? You believe this is a thing? If you believe this is a thing, after you hear what Don Pettit has to say out of his own mouth, and this was on like the Discovery Channel or whatever, something along those lines. He wasn't being grilled. He was just talking. He was reading his script. This is a thing. Oh my God.
Nano.
The technology that got them to the moon in the first place.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
This is why we can't go past low Earth orbit.
I found this little tidbit from, I forget the name of the channel now. It'll be linked in the description box below. He does a pretty good job of, I don't know, giving you this information, I guess, and then showing you the video of this other nasshole explaining things and probably not really understanding that he just gave away the farm. But your cognitive dissonance will set in, so don't you worry. You'll wake up tomorrow and everything will be fine. We'll still have landed on the moon in 1969.
In this video, we're going to discuss yet another question, one of many, about the moon landing, and this one has to do with the Van Allen radiation belt. And this is a donut-shaped protective layer around the Earth. There's two, actually. Let me bring up this diagram. There's an outer radiation belt and an inner radiation belt. So you notice that two really, what I would determine to be impenetrable layers. So, and that's something actually that NASA has on their website. NASA Van Allen probes spot an impenetrable barrier in space. So talking about the Van Allen belts there. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because we supposedly landed on the moon, and here is the range right here from July 16th, 1969 to December 7th, 1972. Now, the very interesting thing about this is there's an Orion mission, an Orion spacecraft mission to take people to Mars. So there's the flight test. Now, this is scheduled to happen over the next few years. They're going in stages. They claim to be going in stages, but there's an interesting video that I saw that promoted this Orion mission, and I'm going to bring that up right now. Very interesting. Right at the end, actually, is where this scientist really just kind of blows my mind, and I don't understand what he's trying to say.
We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth, 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station. As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts.
All right, you see it says high radiation right there. So I'm going to continue to play it.
We'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. Radiation like this could harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other electronics on Earth.
I want you to really pay attention to that. All the stuff that the radiation belts can harm, talking about that, as well as human life.
Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice, once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Whoa, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm going to back that up. I know the audio is a little bit loud, bear with me, but listen to this part.
Before we send people through this region of space.
Wait a minute. Back it up.
Challenges before we send people through this region of space.
One more time. I don't know if I'm catching this right.
Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
okay, we must solve this problem before we send people through this region of space. I don't know. I'm looking at this right now. Didn't we already do that with Apollo 11, 12, 14? Well, 13 went through too because it didn't land, but it went through. 14, 15, 16, and 17. All these missions, 11 through 17, from 1969 until 1972, already did it. How do we have to create technology in order to get through these Van Allen belts in order to go to Mars? Why do we need the technology? Why do we need to protect the equipment? Why do we need to protect the human life? Why do we need to solve the challenge to go through this region of space, which we already went through all these times from 69 until 72? If the technology was in existence back then, or we were able to do it, why is it a challenge today in 2016? Just a question, that's all. I mean, I pretty much know the answer from what he just said in that video, that we are not able to do that as of yet, which lends me just scratching my head, makes me scratch my head to wonder, well, if we can't do it now, how did we do it back then?